Hello and welcome to another video from thefanpub.com. It's Alan Sean back again.
It's good to be back out, and it's a mock draft, and we do like these, don't we, on the podcast, and we do find these a lot of fun. We're, the 20th of July, we're looking at what kind of league here tonight?
So we're doing a 10-team.
That's nice.
Half-point PPR.
There's no excuse not to get a good team.
Well, you know, we'll see if we can manage it.
We'll see if we can manage that. Half-point PPR, okay. And are we randomising our draft order?
We are.
Yeah, let's find out what happens.
What's the betting we get in the bottom half?
I would say it's 9 or 10. It normally is. Let's find out.
Wait, what? No.
Well, that is a rarity. Well, there you go. So that's the first time I think that's ever happened in the podcast, other than us manipulating it to
the laptop's going to crash.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the first pick. We've got anybody we like in PPR. Who are we going with? I guess, do you want to take Todd Gurley or Le'Veon Bell? Which one do you like?
Well...
I quite like Todd Gurley with his bye week 12.
Yeah.
I know they've got a tough schedule, but this is PPR.
It's a late bye week. Lev Bell's holding out.
There's no
again.
excuse not to get tons of touches. They're going to get closer to the goal line because their defense is going to be so good.
Adam Schefter did report that Bell might miss games, which is a worry as well.
So
it's in the back of my... I don't think he will, but...
Let's take the obvious. Let's not buck the system.
I think most people will be taking Todd.
Well, you can't be disappointed. You got first pick. You made it count. Let's see what's out there by the end of the second round. There's some nice players actually. We talked about Devontae Freeman tonight, and there he is.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy to take him. I didn't want to just go RB, but you know, it's just sitting there, and it just looks so tasty. It really is
a
nice.
10-point lead. Yeah, Mike Evans is losing Winston, isn't he?
Yeah,
so
I mean, you know, it doesn't happen for the first 4 weeks.
let's just hide the drafted players. A good little tip for you there if you're using fancy pros to mock draft. Practice makes perfect, does it?
Does indeed. Well, we hope so. I'm going Devontae Freeman. You agree?
I totally agree with you.
So we've got two great players here who are real PPR players,
Ooh,
and we've got the bounce back.
Yeah.
We've got Mike Evans here. Now, is it him, or do we go a different way with the wide receiver?
I think we have to take Evans.
I like Evans' upside.
I think we have to take Evans.
I mean, he's going to be their main hub of their team, other than the running back. I think the running back will do well, but it's going to take a few
draft
weeks.
with Gurley, Freeman, and Evans. You've got to be happy.
You've got to be happy with that, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they all should be good teams. That gets more interesting. We're in that intriguing
Remember,
fourth
we've got
round.
2 picks again.
Now, here's the thing, right? So we're looking at the running backs to start with again. I mean, I know we've got one wide receiver. Let's start there. Is there anybody in that sort of top 5 or 6 that take your fancy? We talked a little bit about Derrick
We've got
Henry.
2 flex in this. It wasn't intentional, but you know we'll have to deal with it. So.
Well, I think we go heavy on the running back. Which running back would offer you the greatest?
What about Russell
upside?
Wilson? You got any interest in him?
I've got interest in him. I've got interest in Deshaun Watson, definitely. Russell Wilson has always been a perennial top player. You spelled out very well to me the other day about the value of Russell Wilson in PPR. He was the highest scoring point player. They've got nothing but they're going to throw all day with a poor defence.
Technically,
and very little weapons.
We'd be taking him, if we took him not with this pick but the next, it'd be a 5th round.
So I'm happy to wait till the 5th round. Let's take our 4th round player. You like Geis this year?
I do. I quite like Demaryius Thomas. He's going to have a big uptick this year as well.
And he's safe, isn't
So
he?
they're
He's
the
very
2
safe.
I'd be looking
Well, why
at.
don't we do this? Why don't we take Demaryius Thomas and Russell Wilson? We'll never look back. I mean, that's solid, isn't it? I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Look at the 5 we've got. I mean, the whole point of drafting well is to take the best options you have.
And there we are. I think that's point. That team spells points to me.
Yeah, that looks
all different bye weeks for a change.
Yeah, which it does also look very strong for a playoff run with a kind of starting point that you've got there. And there's also, I know it's unusual because you wouldn't normally take 2 wide receivers, but Emmanuel Sanders is sitting out there. That's actually really quite good.
Yeah.
Running back wise, that's still sitting out there. You've got Rashid Penny looks interesting there. There's Royce Freeman looks good. Sonny Michel, Ronald Jones the second.
Well, I think we can get them a bit later. Maybe not Penny. So
tell you what interests me the most, just looking at that actual.
We've got 2 picks here, remember?
Yeah, that overall board, just as it stands right now, Al. Look how Freeman is higher than Sonny Michel, Ronald Jones II. That's amazing, considering where we start with our podcast.
There's definitely a swell towards Freeman. Like we said, we liked him from the start.
Interesting.
And now everyone is sort of catching up with that.
Interesting.
And
I'm not saying we do that here.
No, don't take it in.
You know, I'm just saying it's just interesting how that sits.
So Penny could be a 3-down back.
Yeah.
We've also got Corey Davis. So you got any? Which one would you rather?
I don't.
Or Watkins or Sanders.
I like Sanders because I just think when you've got a good team,
I think we can
roll with that. It's a bye week 10.
What about Penny?
Like him too, but we got both. We can get both. Let's have both. Let's have Penny and Sanders and not look back.
You want 2 Denver receivers?
I've no
They
problem.
can't both produce, can they, in the same week?
It's PPR. Anything's possible. I mean, look, it's not like he's it's a flex potential play.
Weirdly, I'd like both of them at their values, but I don't know if I'd want both of them together.
Okay, so let's use that as our argument against doing it. So let's just say no. Okay, we won't do that.
Can we lock Penny in then? Because
we'll lock Penny in, and then we'll look at the next option up. Right. So let's think about this. Which wide receiver do we believe can support our team or has a high uptick?
Now, Davis is interesting, but do I trust the Titans to throw a lot?
I can't trust it at this moment in time. Would it be wise to take Royce Freeman?
What about Dion Lewis as well? He's another one that interests me.
Again, I like your thinking in PPR. What about if we go that route, Dion Lewis for PPR?
Yeah, and then we
see who falls to us on the next pick, because it could still nick one.
It's always easier to pick up wide receivers late than it is running backs, I think.
Well, Sanders has just flown off the board.
I know he was always going to go.
Always going to go there, and actually we've been very lucky here because Ronald Jones is still sitting out there. I know Freeman's gone.
Mark Ingram's still sitting out.
And that's quite good because we can absorb that 4-week loss.
Certainly can.
I think we take him.
Yeah.
I don't think we hazard a guess there.
Well, we'll take him.
And then we'll see what comes. Jamison Crowder interests me for this year. But I'm not enamoured entirely with it, but I understand why he's on that list.
You interested in Carl Rudolph or anyone? Trey Burton? Fantasy darling this year?
I think Carl Rudolph, we haven't got a tight end, offers a lot of value in Minnesota's offense. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, he will get utilised, and he's proved a red zone threat. So let's take our tight end here. The other ones underneath didn't look quite as exciting, so let's have him.
We know Kirk Cousins loves a tight end as well. Sounds wrong when I say it.
Sounds so wrong when you say it that way, but yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
But look at Jordan Reed. I mean, he would, when he was fit, Cousins threw to him a lot.
Now it gets really interesting, okay? So we're looking...
I think we've probably got to get at least one wide receiver here.
Yeah, I think definitely here.
Or maybe two. What about Crowder and Anderson?
I'd go with that. I'd take those two straight off the board. Let's just do that.
Crowder's by
as soon as we take that, Crowder's will move up, yeah.
And then Anderson as well?
Yeah, let's do it. Because they're starters. I mean, you know, it's still an incredibly...
Anderson was pretty good last year.
Solid team, that is.
Right.
Okay.
Now we're taking shots, aren't we?
Well...
We're in that taking shots territory now.
We've got 4 more bench spots. It's PPR. We have to look at the upside. Now, look, I'm a huge fan for this year of Corey Clement. He's sitting there. I really want to take a punt on him.
But I think we can wait.
You think one more round?
Yeah. I think him and Doug Martin would be good to pick up next time round.
Okay, so would we then say let's take another quarterback as one of our picks?
Big Ben for home games?
Or Andrew Luck, just in case his arm's back? What do you think? Or is it just Big Ben for the home games? Big Ben for the home games, I suppose?
No, not Big Ben, because we've got Russell Wilson on bye week 7.
No, we can't do that.
That makes him...
Okay, Andrew Luck. Is Andrew Luck's bye week?
Yeah, I mean, if Andrew Luck... You know, he is remotely a top 3 quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, remotely back. Okay. Is there anybody else that we want to go with that's not the people that we've mentioned that's worth a shot? Where is...
I don't mind Stills at this point.
Did Anthony Miller go? It looks like he probably did.
Yeah, I think so, unless he'd really...
Kenny Golladay would be a really tasty pick. Anthony Miller is still there.
Yeah.
He's right down
we can wait on him, though.
Well, we've only got 3 more bench spots.
We've got 3 spots, so...
Can't get everybody. But I suggest...
If you want Corey Clement...
Yeah.
Maybe Doug Martin...
Yeah.
And
just trust on Corey Clement being a PPR darling for this year.
But I'd be quite happy with Stills or Matthews as well. Solid, not exciting, but solid players.
Take Kenny Stills for the big plays, and Miami are probably going to get a few.
He got like 8 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, let's go with Kenny Stills, and then Phil. We've got a big list of players we like. Some of them are going to be out there,
right?
And that should be a blimmin' good team. Corey Clement's gone, no surprise. Nyheim Hines is there, well, that's okay. He'd be one I'd definitely put on my list. Frank Gore's there, that's also very good. Very good, actually. But Nyheim Hines is all right.
Did both our players go?
Kenny Golladay's still there. That's really good value here. Anthony Miller's still down there. That's good value. We only need one of them. I think Kenny Golladay with a year's experience...
Doug Martin went as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying, isn't it?
It's the way life goes. Take Nyheim Hines and Kenny Golladay to finish off your draft. I think you wouldn't look bad. That's not bad,
I think I'd...
Or is there a wide receiver you prefer more?
I don't mind Richard Matthews. He's normally all the upside of more, hitting the ground running and really picking up.
Go on then. Let's do DJ Moore and take Nyheim Hines as the last pick of the draft for us on this 10-man league.
I don't know if I'd take... I'll tell you who I'd take.
Go on.
And you're going to agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be here when we're drafting, but Chris Ivory
Yeah, that's
at this
fine.
point.
Yeah.
Where McCoy looks like
he may well be done. So yeah, okay.
This could be a starting running back,
and that's a bargain. So okay, fair play. You've used the information well, and we've come up with the team. Now, whether they'll like it, do not be surprised they don't, but they do.
A+.
97 out of 100. What would they project the standings of this team to be? So can you have a little look at that for the audience just to see? That's always interesting when you can have a look. So what they've said here, which is really interesting. Overall, it's exceptional. They've given us 1,166 fantasy points, 978 which come from your team. Number one by quite a margin. It is 110 more than the nearest rival. Near the nearest rival, which is significant. And although our bench isn't phenomenal, it's in the middle of it's bottom end of the pack. There's not a lot separating us to the fifth, so we're really in the fight there. That looks pretty good. I'd be very happy with that. Team analysis.
Your strong position and the flex, your weaker position is tight end. Well, we targeted a late tight end, so that's
okay. We don't mind that because we all think all tight ends are fairly weak.
And basically, our team, we'll just recap it. We've got Gurley, Freeman in the second, and Mike Evans on the turn.
Yep.
Demarius Thomas will be better this year.
And let's just do the fifth one, and I'll just put that stat in that we talked about. So
Russell Wilson.
So Russell Wilson, we'll just hold there for a minute. So let's be honest, it would take an injury to stop Todd Gurley or Devontae Freeman, Mike Evans or Demarius Thomas or Russell Wilson not finishing inside the top 30 in their respective positions. Therefore, that is a team that is one of those very rare 14% teams that's a playoff-bound team, straight away. If we look at other teams, one's got LaShawn McCoy... Le'Veon Bell and LaShawn McCoy. Where's that come from? That's bad.
Well,
I mean, that's
it hasn't
crazy.
caught up with the news yet.
Adam Thielen, Zach Ertz, and then Allen Robinson. There's a lot of risks there. David Johnson, that's okay. AJ Green, Christian McCaffrey, Amari Cooper, Rannigan. There's risk. So that's why our team has done so well, because you can see how solid that is there at that drafting point. I really like that.
If you watch the video and you're still watching, who would you have picked differently? Which player of ours, which pick do you hate the most, or which one do you like the most at that value?
And who did we miss? Was there someone that we should have screamed out as we should have taken, and we've deviated away from it and we talked ourselves out of it?
I feel like getting Ivory there is a bit of a
bargain. And
it is a bargain, but you probably wouldn't get it nowadays. Although, he's not a player you always feel happy about picking.
No, but in this situation, I think that's fantastic, El. So well done. Yeah, it's a good draft. I hope you agree, and certainly they liked it, which is nice to see.
All right. Did you like it? Please leave a like, hit the thumbs up, and consider subscribing.
Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.
Well done.